आकाशवाणी पणजी वीर जवान. नमस्कार आणि येवकार. आकाशवाणी पणजी घेऊन येता निवृत्त जवानांच्या जिविताचेर आणि कार्याचेर उजवाड घालपी मुलाखतींचेर आधारित वीर जवान. आयचे वीर जवान लेफ्टनंट चंदन कामत. तांचेकडे उलयतात होम गार्ड्साचे आदले कंपनी कमांडर, गोंय पुलीस खात्याचे आदले जनसंपर्क अधिकारी आणि गोंय सरकारच्या म्हायती आणि प्रसिद्धी खात्याचे आदले म्हायती अधिकारी श्री जॉन आगियार.
नमस्कार, हांव जॉन आगियार आनी आमच्या वीर जवान ह्या कार्यक्रमांत तुमकां माये मोगाचो येवकार. आज आमच्या स्टुडियोंत एक अशे अधिकारी आसात जे शॉर्ट सर्वीस कमिशन घेवन लेफ्टनंट म्हणून रिटायर जाला इंडियन नेव्ही. लेफ्टनंट चंदन कामत. तुमकां येवकार कामत बाब आमच्या स्टुडियोंत. आनी म्हाका सांगात नेव्हीन जॉइन जावपाक इन्स्पायर कशें जालें?
John Bob, thank you for calling me for this interview and this interaction. नेव्हीन जॉइन जावपाक इन्स्पायर जावपाचें कारण म्हणजे म्हजी फॅमिलीन पयलींच्यान आर्म्ड फोर्सिसा बरोबर एसोसिएशन आसा. म्हजो ग्रँडफादर आजो फ्रॉम माय मदर सायड रामचंद्र भिकू वारीक, तो फ्रिडम फायटर आशिल्लो. गोंया लिबरेशना फ्रिडम फायटरा ताका ताम्रपत्र मेळिल्लें. म्हजो मामा कॉलेजांत आसतना सोडून धांवन वचून एअरफोर्स जॉइन केलो ताणें. मागीर तो गोंया पुलीस फोर्सीन DYSP जालो, विश्वनाथ वारीक. म्हजो दुसरो मामा
डॅशिंग ऑफिसर तो. गोवा पुलिसान नांव दवरलां ताणें गोवा पुलिसान.
अजुनी याद काडटा. म्हजो दुसरो मामा शरद वारीक, कमांडर शरद वारीक. तो इंजिनियरींग करून BE मेकॅनिकल करून ही जॉइन द इंडियन नेव्ही and retired as a commander.
He was in submarine branch, I think.
He was in submarine design group.
Design group.
So he was associated with designing of India's first nuclear submarine.
Oh, great.
तो रशियाक बी गेला. Russian technology absorb करून they were the first group, submarine design group, who were associated with building India's first nuclear submarine. हांचे तर मार्गदर्शन आशिल्लेंच. And the second part was I was born in a coastal area, so I had this attraction for the sea. Navy used to have a tagline, join the Navy, see the world. So these were some things which inspired me to join the Navy.
See the world म्हणल्यार तुमी नेव्हीन जॉइन जावन खंयच्या पार्ट्सान गेल्या वर्ल्डाच्या?
I could not see the world except for what was in India, but almost all the seaports of India म्हाका chance मेळ्ळो visit करपाक. Right from Andaman to Calcutta to Visakhapatnam, Cochin, Mumbai, Gujarat, right up till the Pakistan border. All these areas I have visited and served also during my time in the Navy.
नेव्हीन जॉइन जावचे पयलीं तुमकां कित्याक दिसलें की आपूण नेव्हीन जॉइन जावपाचें? तुमचे कडेन कसल्यो लिडरशीप क्वॉलिटीज आशिल्ल्यो?
लिडरशीप क्वॉलिटीज पयलीं नेव्हीन जॉइन जावचे पयलीं अशी तशी नथींग स्पेसिफीक, बट अदर दॅन स्टडीज I used to participate in a lot of extracurricular activities. Sports जावं, आमचे debates, college festivals, intercollegiate competitions. These kind of activities I used to participate. So they developed a lot of character, a lot of pride that I could do. I joined the NCC during school. 8th and 9th I was in the junior level. I participated in a lot of camps. Naval NCC. Yes, Naval NCC. I participated in a lot of camps also.
Camps.
So that inspired me.
Great.
And all these experiences helped me in performing leadership roles.
म्हाका सांगात, how did it all happen? म्हणजे तुम्ही कशा प्रकारचे जॉइन जाले? You went through some advertisement.
पयलीं पेपरान एडवर्टायज जाताली. आय एम फ्रॉम अ जनरेशन विच इज मोर टुवर्ड्स रेडिओ. आमच्या घरान TV नाशिल्लो. TV came much later during the 1983 Olympics. तेन्ना बी आमच्या घरान आशिल्लो. वी यूज्ड टू गो टू विजीट अ फ्रेंड्स प्लेस टू सी ऑल दोज मॉस्को Olympics was broadcast in color. So we used to refer for our thirst of knowledge, newspapers, magazines. This used to be our favorite hobby. So newspapers used to be a very prized. We used to go right from the start to bottom of the paper. हांवें पळयली advertise. Two of us, me and a colleague, we applied for SSB, and I was called up for SSB, but I was also having a parallel interview in a company called Kirloskar Warner Swasey. So I asked them to postpone this date, but I did not get a postponement. I did not get a reply. So I thought my chance for joining services is gone. I got selected to the other company, and I was waiting for my joining time. So 2 months later, I got a surprising call again, which was actually a very... I thought that I would not, because I had called up my mama. He said that if you have missed your first chance, generally they will not call you again. But without applying again, they called me. And I went and appeared for my SSB at Bhopal. I took a train from Margaon, Nizamuddin Express. Got down at Bhopal station somewhere in the morning at 4:30. I found another person wandering around on the platform because we were told to report at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I inquired with him. He too said that he had come for the SSB. We went and picked up a small room, lodge opposite the railway station. Stayed there, slept. We came back after having lunch, and we found these 150 candidates who were coming back from the SSB. Rejected candidates. So we inquired with them how many had got selected. They said only one of us got selected. So I made up my mind, okay, 5 days, पोळ्या एक्सपिरियन्स करूया आणि परत या. So I had already prepared myself for the worst. That was my initial association with armed forces. Then we were taken to the SSB center. We had a written test wherein the initial lot got rejected. Then we had a 5-day period over which we were given tasks, group tasks,
commanders.
Yes, physical tasks, team tasks, interviews, and
lecture it.
Yes, all these things were there. After which they selected 3 of us, and we were sent for medical after the first 5 days. Medical.
That means selected.
Yes. So
provided you pass the medical.
I failed in the medical. I was temporarily unfit because of हातार आणि फाटीर शिबा आशिल्ली. So they said that get this tested. So I had to appear in Bangalore after 2 months for retesting.
Also
they called me to Bangalore. So there was a medical board again, and where they accepted it was a minor thing. And then I got called up for training. So that was my...
Where was your basic training?
Basic training was at INS Mandvi, Where?
Then Hanga Academy.
Correct. Hanga actually पहिली academy. आता shift झाली ती हांगा एजिमाळा in Kerala. पहिली हांगाच असताले सगळे training. So over a period of 3 महिने we were oriented into the Navy.
Basic training कशी झाले?
Basic training was very nice. We joined here at INS Mandvi. I thought that I have become an officer.
म्हणजे घरा बी वचपाक मेळटाले ना?
Outpass मेळटालो, correct. Once in a week we used to have an outpass in the evening, come to Panjim and go back. That's all we could do. We could not travel much more than that.
तुमचे भायले कलिग्स आशिल्ले तांकां गोंय दाखयलें मातशें?
Yes, in between just took them around to the beach and all that. But we used to run in the mornings, right from Voilan, Sakalyan, Rishmagos, right around the fort and come back. We used to also do a lot of boat rowing in the Mandavi River.
Boat pulling.
And we had camps at Savivare. So from here to Savivare, we used to row by the boat and go. A very back-breaking exercise. And it was a good initiation.
तुमकां first stripes मेळ्ळे तेन्ना what was your experience?
Stripes, after passing out in INS Mandvi, my parents were allowed to put on my stripes.
Peeping ceremony.
Yes, so they were allowed. They had come for my passing out parade, and I still have photos.
Proud moment.
They were very proud. My mother never shed tears, but that was the first time I saw her, with wet eyes. Yes. After Mandavi, I went for my training at INS Shivaji at Lonavala. There we were taught naval engineering and oriented towards all the equipment and strategies for naval engineering. After completing my MEPC course, Marine Engineering Proficiency, we were sent to INS Hamla at Malad, where we were taught everything about logistics, letter writing, bookkeeping, record keeping, everything to do how Navy keeps the records, maintains how to write letters, how to write official letters. Everything was taught in that place. And then I was posted on board ship. My first ship was INS Deepak.
Where it is based?
It was a Mumbai-based ship. But we used to travel all along the coast. It was a fleet tanker, so we had to move every time the fleet moved. Fleet tanker used to be fueling all these aircraft carriers, Vikrant and then Virat. So I had opportunity of sailing on board Virat also.
विराट. मागीर कितली वर्सां जाली तुमची इन द इंडियन नेव्ही?
7 वर्सां सर्व केली हांवें. So I served on 3 ships and then I was also posted in Naval Dockyard Mumbai. My last tenure was in Naval Dockyard Mumbai, which is a premier dockyard and with a long history where we repair and also refurbish Indian naval ships and submarines.
आयचे वीर जवान लेफ्टनंट चंदन कामत.
Lieutenant Kamat, म्हाका सांगात, what is the concept and importance of sea power?
The maritime trade and transport has been a major activity for since centuries. So you might be knowing 80%, more than 80% of the world's trade and transport is by sea.
By sea, yeah.
So anybody who controls the sea controls economic and political activity. So projection and control of sea is a very important factor for projecting a country's interests in economic field as well as political. So whoever controls the sea controls the area. So that is the importance of sea power. Air power came much later. Land based is okay within that strategic area, but controlling the seas, which gives access to the land and trade, is an extremely important aspect of national interest.
I think technology plays a very important role.
Yes, you are very right. See, आमच्या टायमार कितें आशिल्लें, computers used to be just introduced. तेन्नाच चालू जाल्ले computers 90s. So computers used to be a very big technological advance for us. But when हांव जेन्ना सोडटा तेन्ना digitalization had still not happened.
जावना.
Subsequently digitalization has come in. And now AI is also coming with all drones and latest of technologies have come in. And Navy is at the forefront of absorbing new technology. There's latest 2 frigates which have been launched, Himgiri and Nilgiri. They are using AI technology. The controlling as well as the integrated management system on board both these vessels. They have been developed by India and it is also having AI.
Indigenous.
Yes, it is indigenous.
So it is very helpful.
Technology is extremely important for naval
म्हाका
warfare.
सांगात, तुमच्या वेळार वॉर अशें जावना?
War, my first, when I was on Deepak and then I was on 2 other vessels. If you remember in the 90s, we had this IPKF operation in Sri Lanka. Peacekeeping. But it was actually a sort of war because the LTT completely fought against this peacekeeping operators. We lost a lot of armed forces people in that operation. But the Navy used to patrol in the
because
Pak,
India
Pak,
participated in Indian peacekeeping force.
Yes, so we used to patrol in the Pak Straits between Jaffna Peninsula and India. So I recollect we were in that patrol.
You were part of that operation.
Operation Pawan, if I'm not wrong, it was called Pawan.
So tell us about your experience.
Our experience was we used to be posted during patrolling duties, and at night we used to keep our eyes peeled because these LTT terrorists, they used to pack their small speedboats with dynamite and explosives and come and ram into ships. There were damages, they were not published, but yes, they used to do this. So we used to keep a watch for any speedboats approaching our vessels during patrolling. So that used to be a very exciting and
danger there. Suicide human bombs were
yes. That was like kamikaze operations, suicide boat attacks. They used to use these tactics. So we used to be alert and besides our machine guns, because that was the last line of defense. You could not fire any bombs or any big guns at them. So we used to spray bullets at these.
So that was challenging.
It was a very challenging time. Yes, very exciting time.
Yeah.
That was the only operation where I participated where there was some sort of a war-like situation. Otherwise, we used to take part in exercises with a lot of foreign navies, Japanese Navy, Australian Navy. We also participated with the US Navy in exercises.
Lieutenant Kamat, how is life in the Navy? एज अ ऑफिसर
Navy is not a profession, it's a way of life.
वे ऑफ लाइफ.
It's not a career. So it's like a huge family. Very different. I can't put it in words, but it is like a family. Even now, my course mates, and they're more closer to me than a lot of my family members. We keep so much in touch. I can walk into anybody's home at any time, even without announcing. I'm welcomed like a part of the family, and it still continues. It's no different between officers or a sailor. It's one huge family.
What is the contribution of Navy in disaster relief operations?
Navy participates in a lot of disaster relief activities.
ना पण समज अर्थक्वेक जाता किंवा हे जाता.
Yes, because there are a lot of requirements of flood relief. Floods जाता. Earthquake जाले तेन्ना उदकान लोकांचे नुकसान जाता. Then Navy comes, divers come to recover assets whenever there is requirement of people to cross some flooded area. Naval personnel come and rescue them. Also, when there are countries which enter into some sort of a conflict, so naval ships are deployed to bring back our citizens. So Navy has participated in a lot of these kind of activities. Also, the NDRF, this National Disaster people, they are given training by the Navy how to rescue, how to take care.
तुम्ही कितली वर्सां जाली नेव्हीच्या भायर आसात आता? आफ्टर रिटायरमेंट हाव लॉंग?
जावन बाब हांवें नेव्ही सोडून आतां सुमार 28 वर्सां जालीं. 97 एंडाक ऑलमोस्ट 98 म्हण. तेन्नाच्यान आतां 25 म्हळ्यार 27 वर्सां जालीं नेव्ही सोडून. बट आय हॅव स्टील केप्ट माय एसोसिएशन विथ द नेव्ही. In the sense, I have built a lot of ships which I have delivered to the Navy. I have worked in a lot of shipyards. After leaving the Navy, like I said, I joined Larsen & Toubro. There I was associated with building of India's first nuclear submarine, hull of that. So that was at Hazira in Gujarat. And then I joined a company called Tebma Shipyards, which was based in Chennai. So we delivered a lot of tugs for the Navy from Tebma. I was also in a shipyard in Mumbai where we built submarine launching pontoons for the Scorpion submarine. After joining the Goa-based Dempo Group, I have again delivered a lot of ships to Navy, both at Karwar, at Visakhapatnam,
सध्या
at
तुम्ही
Port Blair.
सध्या डेम्पो ग्रुपान आसा.
I am right now in Dempo Group. I am a whole-time director with Dempo. I look after their entire shipbuilding operations here in Goa as well as in Gujarat.
So life is very good for a naval officer even after retirement.
All armed forces officers, because serving in the armed forces gives you a huge amount of advantage compared to outsiders. You can take on any challenge. Your character builds up. So that's a huge advantage.
आणि लेफ्टनंट कामत नेव्हीक मिस करता काय कितें?
Definitely yes. The way of life of Navy, you'll never be able to get outside. भायर तुमकां अशें family, that feeling you will never get. As I explained to you, my association with my course mates is much more stronger than association with my schoolmates or with my colleagues at work presently. So the bonds that you form in the armed forces are extremely strong.
आणि म्हाका सांगात what are the qualities that are required to join the Navy as an effective officer?
Qualities म्हणजे
आम्ही एक OLQ म्हणतात, but
officer like qualities. See, Navy, I would like to say Navy or armed forces for that matter, you have to be passionate, one. You have to have high integrity. You should have discipline. Physically and mentally you should be strong. So these, if you have, you will definitely be able to make a very good impact in your work in the armed forces. This will help you.
आता गोंयचे लोक आर्म फोर्सिसान जॉईन जावपाक चडशे फुडें सरनात. मे बी नेव्ही, आर्मी किंवा एअरफोर्सान. फाटीं पळयलां की सम पीपल हॅड इनिशिएटेड टू जॉईन द थोडे SSBक हें जातात, रिजेक्ट जातात. थोडे आसाय बी खूब, थोडे म्हणल्यार खुबशे लोक आतां हाली हाली जॉईन जातात. तुमचें कितें आतां जे पळय आमचे यूथ आहा तांकां एक एडवायस कसो तुमचो सांगपाचो?
Tapaya, if you want to make a career, then you should not join Navy. Navy, like I said, is a way of life. So तुमकां passion आसपा जाय. Your desire to serve the nation आसपा जाय. If these two things are there, and you are not looking for a career, but you are looking for a way of life.
आर्मीचो एडवर्टायज म्हणटा, डू यू हॅव इट इन यू?
Yes.
So you should have it in you.
You have to have passion and you have to have that willingness.
बेश्टे जॉईन जावपाक कोणी जायना.
ना. हे गोष्ट सामकी इम्पॉर्टंट. It should not be that you are coming to do a job, but if you want to make a way of life for yourself, Navy or the armed forces is definitely a very, very great opportunity.
आणि संदेश कितें स्पेशली पेरेंट्स खूब लोक खूब भुरगे जे
येतात.
पळयतात, ते जॉईन जावपाक सोदता पूण पेरेंट्स
Awareness create करपा जाय about what are armed forces,
म्हणजे
what is the kind of
अशी
life.
भावना जाल्या की आर्म फोर्सेसान गेल्यार
आता तुम्ही हे जे सर्व्हिस, इट्स अ ग्रेट सर्व्हिस दॅट यू आर डुईंग. यू आर प्रोवायडिंग अ प्लॅटफॉर्म लोकांक कळपाक की कितें यू आर एक्चुअली मोटिवेटिंग पीपल. सो लायक दीस देर शूड बी मोर अवेअरनेस प्रोग्राम्स वेअर पीपल आर एबल टू अंडरस्टँड वॉट इज आर्म फोर्सेस. दॅट विल हेल्प हॅव्हिंग अ क्लिअरर आयडिया.
एक कॉमन समज जाला की आर्म फोर्सेसान गेल्यार तूं मरतलो किंवा तुका हें जातलें अशें.
See, that is a part of reality. You can't take that away. Armed forces are always supposed to defend you. We are able to live in peace because the armed forces are there.
Yeah.
So that thing cannot be taken away. But then, like I said, if you have to serve the nation, so that is the idea that should be paramount, not the fears. The feeling of serving the nation should be there.
ते भावना
ती असली जाल्यार तुका हें भंय बी कांय दिसपाचें ना मागीर.
बरें दिसलें लेफ्टनंट कामत बाब, तुमी आमच्या स्टुडियोन मुद्दम आयले आनी तुमचे अनुभव आमकां सांगले. आमच्या आयकुप्यांक तुमी 4 एडवायजरीची उतरां सांगली, देखून आकाशवाणीच्या वतीन हांव तुमकां देव बरें करूं म्हणटा.
आग्यार बाब, थँक्यू फॉर हॅव्हिंग मी. आनी तुमचे कडेन उलोवन म्हाका खूब बरें दिसलें. देव बरें करूं. थँक्यू.
आयचे वीर जवान आशिल्ले लेफ्टनंट चंदन कामत. तांचे कडेन उलयताले श्री जॉन आगियार. वीर जवान. वीर जवान. संकल्पना श्री जॉन आगियार. प्रस्तुती उषा योगराज नाईक. निर्मिती पालो डॉक्टर साईश देशपांडे. कार्यक्रम अधिकारी दामोदर आठलेकर आणि संजय पुनाळेकर. आकाशवाणी पणजी केंद्राच्यो कार्यावळी आता ऐकात आमच्या YouTube चॅनलाचेर FM रेनबो गोवा. ही आकाशवाणी पणजी केंद्राची निर्मिती.